Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Rod Rafer, and welcome to another review. And this one's going to be slightly different to our normal one. And why do I say that? Because what we're going to do is, after I did the last review of my very large ship, I discovered that giving it 5 minutes was not what you would call doing it justice. So, I decided that when we do the large ships, we're going to change the format slightly. And we are going to do what I call a large ship review, which means that they're going to have a bit more time rather than just a sort of standard 5 minutes. And to kick that off, we've got a very good one. Now, this one's called the MLight Carrier Medusa. Now, the reason I'm talking to you now and not sort of like showing you the ship is because this thing is massive. Now, this comes from us, from a gentleman called, now I'm going to butcher this name, it's called Ximonic. That's Ximonic. That's Ximonic. Now, the reason I say that this thing is huge is look at this. Oh, yes, I'm zooming out. Look at this. It's huge. I thought the one I built was big, but this one, oh my goodness, look at this. Wow. I'm still doing a zoom out here. Isn't this wonderful, eh? Wow, look at this. Absolutely amazing. Now let's have a quick fly around this thing. Like I said, now this gentleman, he's only been on the he's only been playing Space Engineers for less than 1,000 hours, so he's got about 800 plus hours in. And he's been with Steam for about yeah, he's been on the Steam Workshop for about 2 years. But this is amazing. Absolutely. I'm stunned. I saw this. Now, it's already making its way through to the first page on the Steam Workshop. And I think well-deservedly so. I mean, there is so much of this ship. It's absolutely unstunning. To me, this is the sort of thing that we would see possibly being launched by NASA. It's got that sort of feel to it. Almost a real-world feel in regards to the design and the way he's gone about designing it. And there's some wonderful little surprises in this, and we'll go through them all, or as rather we'll go through as many as we possibly can without so there we go. It's so big it freezes up the PC. Oh, it's going to be one of them. KLANG is visiting me today. Oh, I've tried to do this 3 or 4 times. The first time I tried to record this, I got through it all, only to discover that the mic wasn't turned on. I mean, can you imagine that? I'm recording, there's no mic, there's no sound. Oh, yes, KLANG is here with me today. Right, so let's have a quick shufty at what we've got here before my PC decides to melt down. Oh, right. Excuse me. Okay, so at the front here, as you can see, he's got this wonderful, wonderful lighting system that he's got. He's using the corner LCDs to produce this, and obviously he's got the setting out all the way through. But I think it just the way he's got it is absolutely stunning. And he's got, words just sort of like fail me in many ways for what he's done here. So I think, yes, I'm going to leave a link in the description, not just to this ship, but also to his workshop page. Go and give the gentleman some love. I'm sure he thoroughly deserves it after producing something like this. So there you go. This is the front of the ship. Now, as you can see, the hydrogen tank. This hydrogen tank is linked through to, if we get through, yeah, it's linked through to the hydrogen. He's got the turrets. He's got some turrets. Now, if we go through, zoom in here, he's got some of these turrets again linked by the tanks, but also linked to the engines on this side. Now, the only thing that I can find, I sort of, if you want to say it in any way for criticism, is it doesn't seem, now whether he's done it or not, I don't know, but I can't find how he's managed to link the front of this ship through to the rest of the system. So that's the only thing I would say, if anything. I just can't seem to find out how he's done it. So if he has, I want him to let me know. But if he's not, it's a shame, because this ship should be. You should be able to build this in survival and not have to worry about it. Oh, can you imagine trying to build this in survival? Now he's got a lot of ground down blocks. We'll do the outside of the ship first. He's got a lot of ground down blocks, which gives the ship a fantastic feel in regards to the way it should be. I mean, we've got the oxygen farms here. He's got some more oxygen farms on top. Now look at what he's done here with the gyros and the way he's got this lit up like this, and he's put the gyros like that. Again on the ground down blocks, absolutely stunning. Now over here we've got one of the now obviously this is all mirrored on the other side. We've got the engine pods here, the ion engine pods. Now these are the front ones. Obviously, he's got it repeated on the back. The way he's set this up again, he's got it all linked in. All of it is set up like that. Absolutely stunning. Amazing job that he's using the gyros. Now, I've tried to fly this thing. It does not turn that well. But there again, considering this thing's almost 13 million tons, I'm not surprised. Right, so what we got below, I'll show you the hangar deck in a minute, because that's absolutely stunning in its own right. Now, what we got below, we've got some solar panels, and he's sort of like bracketed it in with this. Again, give it a great sort of like feel and definition. He's got reactors locked into there like that. Again, giving it a fantastic feel. I think has he linked this in? Has he linked this in? Has he linked any of it in? No. Again, it's oh yes, there we are. It's linked into the main ship there, so you can feel the reactors. So on top. Again, this is an amazing part. This again, lots of ground down blocks, but again, the feeling of this ship, it's almost real. You could say this could really be in a film, a science fiction film, almost based on reality, because of the level of detail that he's gone into this sort of thing. You know, I'm stunned with considering this gentleman has only got less than 1,000 hours. This level, this gentleman reminds me of Ravik, who obviously, you know, unfortunately doesn't seem to be producing much now on the Steam Workshop, which is a great shame. But if this gentleman is in that sort of level and that sort of quality, I can't wait to see what else he produces in the future. This is amazing. I mean, like we've got the cargo containers here with the connectors here, but what I do love is this little connector here at the rear of this setup. Now, isn't this gorgeous? The aesthetics of this is absolutely amazing. You know, he must have gone to some great length. I'd hate to imagine how long this is taking him to build. There's some more ion engines. We've got a large collection of hydrogen tanks here, and again, once down here, another version or another way of sort of like presenting and setting up your connectors. Obviously, you don't just need to have it set up in any other way. You could have it set up in different ways, but that is an amazing thing. He's got these dangling dangling pods, I should imagine you'd probably call them. Now he's got a lot of these deep decoy blocks. He's put them sort of like all over the ship like that. Again, fantastic how he. Oh, isn't it? It's amazing. Yeah. So as you can see, if we quickly move on before my PC melts down, we got some more solar panels on these arms. Again with the decoy blocks. We've got gun turrets here, missile turrets up there. He's got turrets all over the place. Some more hydrogen tanks linked up to here. Now he's got these are just not this. From what I can gather, these are just little pods that he's connected in through the internal pillars or the interior pillars. Again, the way he set it up, he's using the gyros again, as sort of like an aesthetics. This is our jump drive. Now, again, I'm blown away by how this guy has done this. Absolutely, the man hours that must have gone into designing this. Again, absolutely stunning. This way, you look at the jump drives from the back here, beautiful design, and then obviously he's linked in his hydrogen engines right at the back. Beautiful. He's linked them up like this so they can work in both directions. Now again, beautifully stunning, beautifully designed. It gives it such a real feel. Like I said, this design, this is something I can imagine being in sort of like 2001: A Space Odyssey or something like that, because it's that sort of ship design. Absolutely stunning. Right, so let's go and have a look inside at the interiors. And we start off at the front here. We've got this big, massive bridge. And I mean, we're talking a 3-level deck bridge here, three block high. Again, beautiful. We've got M-Master scripts up and about, which provides, obviously, this is the main flight seat. We've got crew seats, captain seats, that sort of stuff. So if we go through here, and this first set, now this is a beautiful design to create a neck of a ship, and I love this sort of thing. I think it's brilliant. I think I may nick this design myself. Well, I say nick. I think I will be inspired, shall we say. So here we go. We've got, this is sort of like a semi-control room where you could sit, you could monitor what's going on. He's got the button panels all marked up with some of the controls. I don't know what some of them are, but as you can see, I'm sure to imagine the control. He's got full ones here. Let's see what we got here. We've got lights. Oh, he's marked them up, so this is what it's on. We've got lights, airlocks, hangar spotlights, all that sort of stuff. On here, we've got Gatling ammos, again, that sort of thing. So he actually is using, not just as aesthetics, he's actually using them for functions, which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Now we've got airlocks here, which lead to the outside into the scaffolding, as you can see, to the oxygen farms on this side, again mirrored on the other side. Now if we move towards the rear of the ship, he's got this wonderful, wonderful sweeping view. Now I will say this, now this is probably one of those most amazing hangars I've seen designed in Space Engineers. Absolutely stunning. I don't think I've ever seen anywhere. Now this to me is what a real Star Destroyer from Star Wars. It's that feel of hangar. Absolutely massive, huge. I mean, you've got 12 bays you can park ships on. Now obviously they're not connected, not built to be connected in or linked up through connectors. So that's a shame on that song, but it is somewhere that you can park your ships for when you need to go. And he's got access warp again. We've got two on either side there, and there, and obviously there and that side. And then you've got one there, I think, yeah, just the one at the front and the back. Now up here is there are 2 pressurized hangars. So as we come through, as you can see, these pressurized doors will open in all directions, and you can actually enter and leave the ship through a pressurized door that way. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, let's go further in, if we can get back. I'm lost. It's such a huge ship. There we go. Right, so... yeah, there we are. Right, where we are. Oh, towards the tail ship. Yeah, that's where we go. Now, again, we follow this down. That's the other side of the entrance there. Now, what's that? There we go, a little airlock system. And this takes you down. Now, wow. This takes you all the way down. You know, I've not been down here before. Wow. Wow. Oh, good grief. He has got it linked up. Well. Well done. So you use your jetpack, get in these things, go into the travel tubes, and use your jetpack to go up and down it. Wonderful, wonderful. Well thought out, well designed. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Nice, well done. So there you go. That's how you get up and down from the various levels. So let's carry on through to the back of the ship. In here we've got what we got here. We got our assemblers on this side, and mirrored on the other side to a certain degree we've got our refinery. So there's the assemblers are on that side, the refinery is on that side, and these cargo containers are linked to the ones that you saw outside. So let's move on through to the back of the ship, and again we come down the sweeping staircase, and at the rear here we've got cryo bays or cryopods. Now we've got 4 this side, 4 the other, so 8 on this side. We've got entrances and exits here. Now these are exits. Now I love this little thing. Now you come down here, they're fully pressurized. You come down here, and you've got a choice of 4 different directions you can go. That way, that way, that way, and that way. And the reason I say that is because you look down here, this is the bottom, and the way, beautifully designed, absolutely beautifully designed, the way he's got it set up there. So let's pop back in. Let's go back up into the old area. We're back in the cryopod area, and if we go further back, and he's got seating everywhere. There's chairs everywhere throughout the ship. So here is the battery room and the control room. if you like, for the programming blocks and for the timers. And we've got a split level again for all the batteries. Again, the beautifully designed, the ground down blocks everywhere you see. Fantastic, wonderful. And he's created walkthrough ways, so I mean, you don't have to walk all 10 miles just to sort of like get through to the next thing. And here we go through to, now we've got the medical room at the back. Now he's only got one med bay that I found on this ship, and that's right here at the back. Which can you imagine? You get out of the cockpit, you die. You've got a long run to get back to the front. So there we are. We've got 3 more cryopods here, all pressurized again, and again we've got exits either side to get out the ship. Now the only thing I found that I in any way, just a couple of little points I would say in any way, shape or form, is unfortunately we don't have a larger airlocks for some of the things. But the other thing is the fact that it's not, the front doesn't seem to be linked in to the rest of the hydrogen system. That is about it really. That any criticism I could find. Other than that, this is a beautiful, beautiful design. I saw this. Admittedly, it is making its way through to the front page on the Steam Workshop, and deservedly so, because the sheer beauty of this is wonderful. I can't give it enough thumbs up. I mean, if I had 10 thumbs, I'd be giving 10 thumbs up, because it's that stunning. Now, obviously, I've had a little play with this before in regards to speed. She doesn't turn on the dime. She's not like a fighter. She's a big ship. Oh, and obviously, with a ship of this size, I mean, we just jump into the cockpit here. Let's bring up the hood. As you can see, 68 million tons, this thing, not 13 million. 68 million! Oh, no wonder it doesn't fly that well! Oh, good grief. Right, so, I will show you what I mean by this. Watch this. Now, I'm full thrust, and as you can see, we're only just crawling. We're only... Listen to that rumble. Oh, isn't that a wonderful sound? The rumble of the engines as she takes forward. Now, she doesn't climb up and down very quickly. I'm pressing the up button, and it's obviously she's taking her time to climb up, and the same with slowing down. So, for obvious reasons, this is not an atmospheric ship. She's not going to respond. Left and right as well, the same thing. Not very fast. I think mainly primarily the power supplied by this ring here for the left and the right. So I haven't been able to find any other ion engines or hydrogen engines to provide the boost either way. Which, to me, it's a huge ship. It's what it's supposed to be. I mean, that's the way it is. This is what a large ship should be. It really should. And like I said, the sheer beauty of this design, I am so impressed. For somebody who has such a small number of hours in the game, for them to come up with something like this, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Right, so once again, this is the MLight Carrier Medusa. And again, I will butcher the poor gentleman's name. It's Xenox, or Ximonic, or Xenox. So it's Ximonic. The link is always in the description below. Again, please go and visit this gentleman. Give us some love. Show him just how much you appreciate the sort of designs that he's come up with on this. And next time, when we do a large ship, again, it will be a large review like this. We'll take it from there. So I will see you again in the next episode. If you've enjoyed it, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and I shall see you all again soon, folks. Thank you very much. Bye.